Hi, my name is Robin Wong. I'm a photographer based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I have here with me the OMSystem 20 F1.4 and I want to do some street photography. I'm bringing you guys along with me. I'm doing POV video, and at the same time I want to answer some popular questions that's been asked in this channel recently. Let's do this! I'm shooting this OMSystem 20 F1.4 Pro lens on my own Olympus EM1 Mark III. At the moment, I am still testing this lens for my review. I probably have published my full review before this video, depends on how I sequence my videos on YouTube. But anyways, I do want to bring you guys along with me and show you how I get my shots, show you behind the scenes, what's happening in front of me, and when I click the shutter button. And at the same time, I've been receiving some really interesting questions which I think I want to answer right here. Question number 1. Hey Robin, when are you gonna get the Olympus or M1 camera, or if you're not buying one, are you gonna borrow from anyone or directly from OMSystem themselves? Well, here's the quick answer: no, unfortunately. I've already mentioned the reasons why I'm not getting one. I'll put the link to the video up here, please check it out. And I don't have any friends with the Olympus or M1 camera at the moment, someone who owns one. Also, I don't think I want to borrow one because the local distributor, they don't have a sample unit and they receive very minimal support. Like even this OM20 F1.4, they have to open a retail box for me, and I cannot ask them to do that just for me, just to open a retail box, sacrifice a sale of one camera just so that I can do my review. That's a little bit too selfish. So the short answer is probably not anytime soon, unless someone buys one and they're willing to loan the camera to me. That's probably not gonna happen. Besides, there are so many good reviews on the Olympus or M1 camera already everywhere out there, so I think my review will be a little bit redundant. Question number 2. Robin, will you jump to full frame or switch to other systems like Fuji or Sony mirrorless? Well, there's always that possibility, and the thought has always been at the back of my mind, but nothing urgent at the moment. The important thing is my Olympus gear is still more than good enough to get the job done for my commercial shoots, for my professional photography jobs. My clients don't complain, they're very happy with my results, so I'll continue using what I have. It doesn't make sense for me to switch system now. I'll waste a lot of money and I don't really gain a lot of stuff. I know the temptation of having better high ISO, better low light, better dynamic range, more resolution, right? That is always there, but you have to ask yourself, will it help me to get more money for my jobs? Will I get more jobs? Maybe not. And currently, everything that I have is more than good enough to get the job done. So I'm staying with my Olympus gear for the time being. The next question is, hey Robin, when you do street photography, do you use mostly electronic viewfinder or the LCD screen on the camera? Well, the answer is 50-50. half of the time I'm shooting with electronic viewfinder and the other half with the LCD screen. And my reason is very simple. Out in the open like this, when it's so bright with the glaring sun, I prefer to use the electronic viewfinder. I can see what I compose easier. But at the same time, I don't want to rely on the viewfinder all the time because I want to move the camera away from my eye level, go low or go high using the tilt screen or swivel screen. That will give me more options and better composition, more dramatic shots, right? And because of that, I also love to use the LCD screen from time to time. So it's about 50-50 for normal shots. I'll compose through the viewfinder. If you want to do something more dramatic or more interesting, then I'll bring the camera away from my eye level. The next question, hey Robin, what are your thoughts on RAW versus JPEG? Do you shoot RAW most of the time, do a lot of post-processing, or are you a JPEG shooter? I shoot mostly RAW, and I want to share the reason why a little bit later, but practically, RAW just works better. You capture a lot more data, you can recover a lot more details, you get everything, the best that the camera can offer, right? And JPEG is a compressed format, not minimizing JPEG. JPEG is also very important. There are times when I shoot an event, I need to deliver my shots to my clients immediately. That's where JPEG really helps. So I do shoot both JPEG and RAW most of the time, but RAW is very important. And here is the reason why. Now, the default version or the default format for images is JPEG. Most of the time, anywhere on the web is JPEG, right? But JPEG is a very old and outdated format. In the future, there may be a new format replacing JPEG as a default image display format. It may be HEIF, high efficiency image format, or any other new formats that anyone can come up with as a standard replacing JPEG. And when that happens, JPEG will not be compatible with most devices, or it may not be accepted elsewhere anymore. So, but RAW will always be RAW. You can reprocess the RAW and reconvert it to the new format in the future post-processing software, because RAW is what the camera captures directly, right? So keeping the RAW file to me is important. I know some people will just keep the JPEG file, I don't keep the RAW file, but I would highly suggest that you keep the RAW file for future proofing. The next most popular question that is asked, hey Robin, what is the post-processing software, or what is the photo editing software that you are using? Currently, the software that I use the most is Capture One Pro. I used to use the Olympus workspace a lot. Currently it's OMSystem workspace, I think, but I stopped using it for several years now because I'm a professional photographer. I need to be efficient, I need to be quick. And that Olympus workspace was not a fast software, it was quite slow. So unfortunately, I need to use something a lot more efficient, something that can speed up my workflow so I don't have to spend too much time editing, even if I can shave off just 2 to 3 seconds every single photograph. If I'm editing a batch of thousands of photographs, right? I can save hours of work, and that's a lot. Therefore, Capture One, and also I think Capture One Pro, it does optimize files from Olympus cameras really well. They appear really beautifully, the colors, the contrast, and I just find myself been using the software for a long time. And some of you will ask, hey Robin, are you gonna do a tutorial or how to edit video? Well, I guess maybe. I just don't like the thought of doing video of me sitting in front of a camera editing photos because I don't edit my photos a lot. I do very minimal post-processing, and we'll see. Let me know if you want to see a video tutorial on my post-processing workflow. The next popular question is, hey Robin, have you heard back from OM Digital Solutions? Have they reached out to you and asked you back to become their ambassador? Well, a little bit yes and no. So after I made the video saying that I quit the Visionary program, which I'll put a link up here, a lot of you have emailed OM Digital Solutions everywhere in the world, voicing your disappointment over whatever that's happened. I thank you for that. Thank you for the support and show of faith. I don't know who I am without you guys. I really appreciate that. They did reach out to me. It was OM Digital Solutions America in the US. And no, things didn't work out. They didn't admit the mistake. They didn't acknowledge that they ignored me. All they're saying is, hey, here is us saying hello. We didn't really know what happened. But guys, seriously, I've been around for so long, you can't just say that, hey, we don't know that you exist, right? So it was quite disappointing hearing that coming from OM Digital Solutions US, and they claim that they are in charge of the English-speaking content. Do I not qualify as one, right? So, well, I don't want to go into details what happened. Things didn't work out. I'll just leave it to that. And chances of me becoming an OMSystem ambassador, that's 0. So I have to move on. I have to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm not going anywhere. I still continue making content. I'm still here making videos using OMSystem products or any other products. I still shoot actively, and I'll continue to share here with you guys. And I think that matters more than anything else. That's all I have to share in this video. I hope you have enjoyed the photo walk with me. If you like my photographs, please consider buying me a cup of coffee, or you can contribute directly to my PayPal. Links in the description below on how you can do that. Any small contribution goes a long way. It'll definitely help me to continue making videos and publish them right here. If you have more questions, don't hesitate to ask. Leave them in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Also, please give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. I'll definitely see you again in the next one. Until then, please go out and take more photographs. Bye bye.